we start our project list today on our friend's boat, Paradise. You guys might remember Eric from a while ago, but that's his boat there, the big catamaran. Whoa, big rope. Gotta watch that. But yeah, that's his boat, the catamaran Paradise. And we are in need of replacing our virtually antique life raft. Now we call it a Hope It Inflates raft. But he has several on board and told me to go have a look and see if we can get one that might work for our boat and just swap it out. So we're just gonna go have a look now and see what's on it. Oh, we need to take our bimini down, right? Sorry. Squeeze in here underneath all the lines. Thank you. Okay. And forward. Thank you. All the boats are all spider webbed in still with their storm lines from the hurricanes. And we just pull over here a little bit, get right on the transom. Okay. Paradise. Two big ass life rafts there.
Yeah, it's really.
But there's the first one underneath the boat. That's a small one. Now, do you have... We'll use my camera, get a picture of it. And we need to take some measurements. Okay, so this one, say 28. So 28 inches wide or long. 19 inches front to back.
11
and 11 inches. Now the question is, I don't know what the label says. I don't know if this can see. See if I can just get a shot of the label. Find out exactly what it is. Okay, so that one's a reasonable size. I think that would, well, we don't know what's inside. Is it a 4-man, a 6-man? So hopefully that video shows the label. But there's another one up top. These are just big ones for commercial vessels that they were taking to Panama. But he's got another one like this up in the cockpit that he said is an extra one that we can have a look at. So let's go on board and have a look.
Well, hi there. See you, Melby.
Ciao, Melby.
Do you know where is the other one?
Yeah, it's upstairs in the cockpit.
Ah, yeah, I see.
Well, and my first impressions are it looks like it's the perfect size.
Yeah, it's perfect size. For me too is the perfect. I see like it's...
I think it might fit exactly where I wanted to put it on the rail at the back of the boat.
6 people.
Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what we need.
Yeah.
So plus 24-hour grab bag. PL6, 6 persons. Okay. I think we're in business.
We're in business.
Yeah, I don't know what to say, Eric, except thanks a lot, because I think this is going to be perfect for our application and replace the one that I got in the locker there now, because we want to move it to the rail and use that locker for something else, which that's what we're going to talk about next.
Surprise.
Yeah, so for now, all right, we take this back to the boat. Okay. Here, just set it here and then you get on the boat. Okay, here. I got it. Now, just set it at your feet there. Or not. All right, tough guy. And with any luck, this is gonna fit right in here, and we'll strap it to these bars at the back of this plate where the winch is.
Look perfect size.
And we'll move this other. This is just an like a man overboard life preserver. But if that will fit there, we are in great shape, because that's exactly where I was hoping it would fit. And that way we get the other one out of the floor locker, which is right here, because in that locker is where we are going to take this generator apart and install it inside the locker. All soundproof lining and everything like that. And I think it'll be amazing, but it all revolved around being able to get a life raft that was going to fit out here, or possibly on the outside of the rail if it doesn't fit in here properly, but that's what we'll find out. So then we just need to design a quick release mechanism, like a bracket or something with a rope, so if we need it in a pinch, it's right here at the back of the boat. Pull the rope, off it goes overboard, pull the rope, and inflates. So that's the idea. We'll see if it works. As always.
Yeah. It's just an idea in constant evolution.
It's 11 inches, right? So
Yes,
that means it has to come
inches.
from here.
Yeah.
So it would fit, it'll probably fit on the inside of this. So it's this that it has to be 11 inches from.
Okay.
It's not going to come past this stay here. It'll be on the inside of this stay from here forward. So wherever this is 11 inches, and right about there is 11 inches. So
You're fine.
it'll be mounted here somewhere, and then from this point, so just above this bolt right here, we need to come down. What's the measurement that way?
Is 19 inches.
19? Okay, let's see.
It's 19.
Well, it's going to be very tight, very
Yeah,
close.
tight.
We don't know. But all we can do is try and see what happens. Yeah. Don't know till we try, but we got to move this, and then we'll need somebody in the dinghy on the other side, and we push it through and just see if we can stabilize it there. And if not, then we just build another bracket and mount it on the outside of that rail instead.
Yeah, if it's not enough space there, this is another good place for install the life raft.
Yeah.
It's strong bars.
Yeah, because if it's back here when you need it, it's easy to deploy. You can open up the transom, you can pull the cord right there, it'll just drop right out the back of the boat, which is where you want it. I mean, a lot of life rafts, they mount them up on the forward deck, but if you're going down and you need to deploy a life raft, that's not where I'd want to be. The life raft is now up there in amongst all the lifelines, amongst all the rigging for the boat. If the mast has come down or anything like that and it's enshrouded in wires, you know, it's a very bad place to be in bad conditions when you need to deploy a life raft. So hopefully we don't have to put it up there, but that's a last resort, is up on the coach roof. So we'll see. I think we'll make okay putting it back here somewhere. So we'll determine that in the next day. That's our next project.
Yeah.
Meantime, if you remember the project we've been working on with the dual chargers running off the generator, well, the two chargers seem to be working okay, but struggling a little bit when both running at the same time. We're not sure if it's just an overloading of the main power cable, so we're going off in search of an extra wire we can add in just as a temporary bypass to see if that solves the issue. Wire? Check. Plug? Check. Let's roll.
Ay, no. Poco tomar, código raro.
Whoa, did they park any closer? Look. Now that's how men go shopping. We know exactly what we're looking for. We find it exactly. In, out, finito. Back to the boat, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one inside.
So the reason for this piece of wire is because we've got the two chargers running off one main cable coming into the boat, which is fine. The main cable is capable of delivering 30 amps of current at 110 volts. The two chargers together only draw 28 amps of current, but they draw it continuously for several hours because we're charging. Even that is no problem. The wire is more than capable of handling it. The generator is more than capable of handling it. Everything on the boat, except over here at my nav station, this breaker over here, the main AC breaker, is not meant to handle 30 amps of current continuously. It's meant to handle up to 30 amps, but the AC breaker, what we were finding is, as I was running it, after it got past about 45 minutes, this breaker was getting hot. And that's a bad sign. So that means it's just not designed to handle that much current continuously. So what we're doing is isolating the two chargers. We're running a bypass wire, just temporarily for now, but we are disconnecting my original bridge that I had paralleled the two charger inputs with from the generator. And we're going to run this wire externally to the generator and just plug it into one of the 110 volt, the normal outlets on the generator. So the generator has the 30 amp plug that's plugged into the boat shore power connector. That carries 30 amps, which comes directly down to now just the inverter again, just as it was before. So that will power just the inverter, which only takes 15 to 16 amps, so no problem handling that much current. The other wire is going to take from the Centaur charger directly to the other plug on the generator, which is good for 15 to 20 amps. And we're going to be running somewhere around, about 14 to 15 amps from that plug. So that was the other limitation, is because the generator is good for 5,000 watts, but the one plug is only good for 3,000 watts. So we still got 2,000 watts of power available that we can't use because you can only carry so much through one wire, one plug. So by adding the secondary wire and using the second plug as a bypass, now we should be able to run 4,500 watts, no problem at all, and that's well within the limitations of the generator being a 5.5 kilowatt generator. So we'll be able to take advantage of more power output from the generator, less heating on the wires here, less problems with the breaker at my nav station, and overall should just work much better again. Because what happens is when this connector heats up, it decreases the amount of power available to the two chargers, and they were starting to taper off. So they were coming down to like 75%, 60% of charge, depending on the temperature of the wiring. Measurement break. Getting fitted while we work. Generator's running, we got one charger running, and we're just waiting to get the other one running, but I had to stop. Mandy's like, hey,
Yeah.
5 minutos.
5 minutos. It is important too. ¿Tienes billetera o algo acá?
You got something in your ass?
Yeah.
In your pockets?
Yes.
Ah.
You need to remove everything.
Everything?
No, it's
Everything? Watch the good, sweetheart.
Yes, lady.
Do I get the garter belt? Okay, the wire's still in good condition here, but you can see in here, this is cooked. You can see this wire is very dark, but this one is cooked. And this, I think, is the measuring device for it here, and it just fell out, so 140 amps right now, including the solar. So we're getting 4,000 watts of charging, but now it's running too much on the inverter again, so it's chipping out.
Yeah.
So what's interfering with it? And these wires are nice and cool now, so no issues there. Yeah, this whole AC board needs to be replaced. It's just full of old shit. Okay. Today is, oh, is it Tuesday or Wednesday? Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. We have 3 days of sun coming. Today, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then it's supposed to rain on Friday. So we're going to do the experiment to find out how many hours a day we can run this over how many days before we actually deplete our charge when we have enough sun that we would dictate enough that you want to run the air conditioner to keep it cool inside. So we started today. As you can see, it's noon, 12 o'clock. We just started. We're at 100%. So we're running 28.6 volts in float mode now. AC loads are 638 watts. So that is including the inverter running, the fan, which draws about 60 watts, the air conditioner, which draws somewhere around 450 to 500, maybe a little bit more depending on what setting it's on, but the maximum we've seen it draw so far is like 550. That's how we're gonna run. We're gonna let this experiment run for 2 to 3 days until we run out of battery power and need to start the generator and just see what our results are at the end of it all. So that is where we start. Stage 2 of our Galley upgrade. As you know, we just installed a dual burner electric induction stovetop. We got the single burner electric induction stovetop. So those two back each other up, and you know, we can use all three on low wattage settings when we need to if we're entertaining or anything. But what happens if we run out of electrics or battery power is gone, you know, whatever, any particular reason, we still want to have our gas system to fall back on. I didn't want to replace it completely, I just don't want to depend on it. So now we've taken out our stove, as you remember, and we've got this new 2-burner gas cooktop that's going to be installed on a pivot or a gimbal underneath the main electric one. So you saw that the electric one tilts up on its side to get out of the way, and underneath that we've intended to put this guy right here. And this is a brand new dual burner gas stove.
Have to look something like this.
And it's nice black glass as well, just exactly the same as the other two. And we've got nice wood to match everything that we're going to cut this into and make a matching box underneath in the front where the stove used to be, where the oven used to be.
And for use, you only have to open this thing.
And the whole thing moves out of the way.
And that stove
just beautifully.
have to be here.
And then that stove is going to be up right here on a pivot. Underneath that, it's going to come down to about here. And then we're building a custom cabinet under here that will house all the Instapot and everything with a couple of doors. Made out of the same wood as you see right here. It's all matching wood that we've picked up on island here that you can see is very close to our teak. It's very nice. So once we put all that together, this is going to be a very nicely integrated galley with electric options, gas options, tons of storage, the Instapot down there as well for high pressure electric cooking. We got the microwave, you know, the other burner here. I mean, it's just, it's going to be like the ultimate chef's galley on a boat.
Yeah.
So we're really looking forward to finishing this project.
This galley rocks.
Yeah. But now we got to start with making the cabinet for this and then figuring out how we're going to make it pivot and everything. It's impossible to figure out everything in advance as we go. I've got lots of ideas. Now it's a matter of starting with the first idea, cutting it into the first board, making the package that's going to surround it, figuring out the gimbal on the side, and go from there. So that is where we are now. Stage 2, Galley upgrades. Three amigos ride again.
Let's go to ride.
El día en que nací celebraron en los cielos, porque nací el líder de este movimiento, la voz de la calle, el campeón del pueblo. No olvido de dónde soy ni de dónde vengo, calle, you know. Okay, take.
Nice, Danny.
Surprise arepa de huevo, my friend.
All right,
This is the surprise.
You lose the
Barrio
chain.
Obrero.
I don't get it. It's a arepa.
Arepa de huevo.
And what?
You eat?
We just ate.
Oh.
When I roll into the when I stroll into the when I bounce into the
Okay, so I know you guys are wondering what the heck is going on now, but today is the day we got to go pick up the rings.
Yeah.
And Madalena has been very excited about this. She knows that they were being made. She wasn't sure exactly what they were going to be, but she picked out a few places that had something that she liked, the kind of style. And then I went in and saw what I liked and kind of went from there. So we had them custom ordered. They were just shipped in from, they were made in Bogota, I think, and shipped over. And you guys having fun back there?
This is a Lionel Planets.
But they just arrived yesterday, so now I'm here to pick them up. And I'm very happy about this because I'm not a big jewelry guy. I don't like, you know, shopping for jewelry or anything like that. There's a lot of places on this island, but they're all down on the tourist section. As soon as we walk in there, the price just goes sky high. So we're very happy to find this guy. It's just a small local shop right here in San Andres, but he's right under one of the buildings over on the east shore. So, but this is where we are today. Now I wonder, is he open or is he closed?
It's closer.
He's closed. We came all the way here, but he's not here. What time is it?
You know what time it is?
It's maybe
4? I don't know. Let's see.
yeah, it's 4 o'clock. He should be open, unless he
No, están locos.
Friday,
Yo sé que están
early
locos.
day. I don't know. Fanculo.
Phone culo.
Oh well, I guess we got to come back. Careful, YouTube. You didn't hear that. Hope YouTube translator's not working today. As luck would have it, he's here. Good timing. Buenas, buenas.
Están dando unos calambres. Ah, usted de la grabación.
Buenos días, señor.
No lo conocía.
Surprise, surprise.
Oye, ¿qué me hizo mi gata, mijo?
That's quite a pirate gun collection.
El hombre. Ah, bueno, voy filmando. Llegó pues de pronto el hombre, no sabía.
Señor Daniel. Daniel Pera.
My friends, 3D caption.
Yes.
The cameras together.
Getting the second camera angle.
Oiga,
Take this one.
Yeah, Danny, look at this. This is a Bell Long Ranger.
Yeah.
I made an exact replica of one of these, a flying model that I custom built every single piece of the rotor head, the control mechanism, the cyclic controls, everything. Full scale fuselage. That was when I was hanging out with my friends up, and I had a police friend in Canada also. His
Yes,
name
I
was
remember
Roger.
you showed me that helicopter.
Yeah,
Nice.
he was
Así es,
RCMP.
handmade. Handmade.
El capitán hizo, me gustan mucho los drones y todo eso, hizo una réplica exacta de ese helicóptero grande,
Esos
pero
son réplicas de
que
todo.
vuela. El que él hizo
Oh
vuela.
yes,
Yeah, it was that long.
I want to see that video, my friend.
It's pictured. There was no
And
video.
this
Then.
is, and this is
No.
my...
Yes, he specializes in a lot of emeralds, Colombian emeralds. And you remember the promise rings that Madalena had made? Well, we stayed with the same theme. So the new rings, we had them custom made so that they're in kind of the shape of a wave overlapped, so the two rings combine together. And they have nothing but Colombian emeralds in them because this is where we spent the last year. It's become our home, good friends and everything. So we wanted to remember that by always having emeralds on
I
our
make it,
fingers.
I have your rings here. You want to see it?
Absolutely. Por
Of
favor.
course. Okay, I show you.
Gracias.
Taking carbon. This is here.
Wow.
Special. Special design.
Very nice. It's okay?
Yes, sir.
Try to not make dirty.
That's yours.
I see.
Look at that. That's
You can see the
gorgeous.
two rings have been spotted together.
Es un anillo especial.
All
Un
emeralds
diseño especial para la
in the
anillo.
shape of overlapping waves. And of course the matching one
That's
is
for
a
you.
different size. Madalena.
For the Princess Madalena.
Mm-hmm.
Esto se lo fabriqué para él. We make it for him. We
What?
make it. We make it.
This is
For,
special
special for
design.
him.
Muy bien, amigo. Very
Yes,
nice.
sir.
Muchas
That's
gracias.
special for you, my friend.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Mm. Beautiful. Okay. Back to the boat, man. Mission accomplished. Check.
Check.
This is home of a big bike gang. Check out all these bikes, man. Holy crap. Cool being on an island where everybody drives motorcycles. The cars are the minority.
See you soon, Johnny.
Leaving?
Yeah.
Hey, dos amigos.
Dos amigos, man.
So, end of day one. 1900 hours, 7 p.m. Still running, 26 degrees. No, it's okay, we're shutting it off.
Yeah? Okay.
26 degrees. And we are at 91% battery. So after a full day, we're at 91% battery. It's actually just sustaining temperature now, so you can see we're down to 364 watts, so it's in low wattage consumption mode, which is everything running right now together is minus 21 amps, 22 amps at 24 volts.